There you go. And then do it again.
Okay, look.
And highlight.
Okay, look. It's got our we're on scooter. I can't put it too much because
can you zoom in like that?
Nope. Look.
You can. Oh.
On the picture.
Well, go to edit and see what they say. Okay, never mind. Oh, go to edit again. It says customization.
Don't worry about it. Let's just. I guess that's fine because we're gonna.
You're gonna put the other one.
Yeah, we'll put the other
go ahead and save it. And then now it's 6:55. We can go ahead. And
I'm gonna go ahead and start there.
You can start it.
I'm gonna go ahead and start there. Record.
Did you put on public? Okay, you put on public.
You're recording. You're recording. What happened to my there?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. What are you doing?
What's up, YouTubers? We already got 2 on. Listen. How y'all doing this evening? So understand that we're going to put the playback on YouTube tomorrow, but we're going live so y'all can see it. You can't see our guests. So if you guys are on Facebook, you want to go to Unpacking the Baggage on Facebook. But we will have the whole edited thing tomorrow. So let me go here and see if it's on there.
It's not on there? Hold on. I'm trying to see because I just muted it. Nope.
They're not used to us being on time. They're not used to us being on time. All right, so you know we for sure got them, right? Okay, all right. But you got them straight. They in there.
So, hold on, let me add to that. Yeah, I got to add it. Okay, it should be done.
Add it. Yeah, y'all doing it for my page.
Let's help B level add to the page.
How do I add it? Yeah. I'm trying to go down.
It ain't in here yet.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's supposed to add to your page.
Let me just go and search and get it. And just add it.
It ain't on mine either.
You got to go to yours instead. We got a minute. Check my.
You gotta save it for a podcast. You gonna say it now? Yeah, because I need to know. Yeah, my
One. We got 1 minute. What's up, YouTubers? Now, if you want to go over to Facebook, go over to Unpacking the Baggage on Facebook. 20-some seconds. Our mics will need to be on. Yeah, I take years.
Already?
Unpacking the Baggage podcast. I know y'all can hear us talking in the background, right? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are on time. We are on time. We are on time. We are on time. Happy Sunday. Congratulations for us on being on time.
Today. Y'all just on time. Y'all don't keep it now.
Yes. Today we have a very, very, very special episode. Oftentimes, I feel like we're not in the camera. Are we in the camera,
We're
Britt?
in the camera. You don't see yourself up there?
Oftentimes we talk about the messy stuff, right? We're talking about our cheating. We talk about, all of the messy stuff. We talk about, people not making it, baby daddy drama, baby mama drama, child support drama. We talk about everything. But tonight, we are actually going to talk to some people who have been married for 14 years, and we're going to dive into the ins and outs, the ups and downs of their marriage. And we're going to highlight some people that found a way to make it on the other side, right? So let me go ahead and sign on. I'm your host, B-Level.
And I'm your co-host, Brittany Arnold.
And we could not do this thing every Sunday without our lovely Mrs. Q Kelly. I feel like Q face is cut off. She's halfway in the picture. What's going on with that, Q? Are you halfway in the picture? Okay. All right. Y'all can still see it. They got the gorgeous Miss Q Kelly. And not in the camera. We have a couple, but let me, before I introduce this couple, I'm gonna go ahead and say that we have one sponsor left. Okay. We talk in and out about sponsorships, and I tell you all the time that about 3 weeks ago, we got about 2.9 million views and over 71,000 people that watch us each episode every week. So if you're a business owner or you have a product that you want to put in front of all of these 71,000 people, I tell you, advertising is very inexpensive. You can talk to these 71,000 people for almost nothing. All you have to do is hit myself or hit Brittany or email. What email address, Britt?
Unpacking the Baggage Podcast LR@gmail.com.
I promise you, it's very inexpensive to talk. If you got a product, if you got lashes, hair, whatever, we want to talk about them. We want to endorse it. Just holler at us so we can get you hooked up. Now, speaking of advertisement, our first advertisement for tonight is Boone Hand Booty. Boone Hands Beauty Bar and Sweets, not booty. Beauty Bar and Sweets. Listen, if you are a beautician, if you are a barber, a nail tech, a masseuse, if you get facials, we have a place. If you're looking for a place to practice your craft, we got the best salon this side of Mississippi. It's located at 3700 South University. Y'all laughing at me, huh?
Yeah.
Let me go back
What
here.
you do before you got to the show?
What?
What you do before you got to the show?
I didn't do anything.
You doing something?
I didn't. I promise I didn't.
You doing something?
No, I promise you I didn't. I didn't do anything before I came to the show.
You said something about some booty. You don't never make that mistake.
I was trying to say beauty. I was trying to say beauty. I was trying to read, but listen, if you need a place to practice your craft, if you are any of those people, I have the best salon this side of Mississippi. It's located at 3700 South University. I promise you, barbers, beauticians, this place is immaculate. You can have your own personal suite. You can have a nice environment. Holler at my girl Angel at 501-612-1239. That's 501-612-1239.
Check out Dirty Laundry Guys with 3 R's. You can check this company out on TikTok and Facebook. This company specializes in graphic t-shirts, hoodies, workout gear, swimsuits, dresses, coffee mugs, and phone cases. If you look up there in the left-hand corner, that Packing the Baggage logo. I'm messing up too. That Unpacking the Baggage logo, that's a graphic design that she done. So again, hit her up, y'all.
I ain't gonna mess up.
What's up, Q?
Okay, what you got? Tell us what you got.
She's so goofy.
How do you listen to jump rule for your business or residential? This includes furniture, yard waste, or construction waste. Check out the website or call 501-960-576.
All right.
All right, and our big sponsor, our presenting sponsor, Attorney Jeremy Bland. If you in a wreck and you need
Jeremy Bland is a proud sponsor of the Unpacking the Baggage podcast. If you're in a wreck and you need a check, Jeremy
Hey, y'all listen. I got some goofy ass people in the studio with me. These girls are goofy as hell. I promise you. Are y'all high? Like yesterday was 420. Are y'all? What's going on? Like,
listen, I'm so excited about our fucking about our podcast.
Did you stop the promo?
Attorney Jeremy Bland is a proud sponsor of the Unpacking the Baggage podcast. If you're in a wreck and you need a check, call Attorney Bland 501-912-0053. Attorney Jeremy Bland, the Unpacking.
All right, there we go. There we go. That's our presenting sponsor. But let's do it like we normally do. If you're in a wreck, you need a check, call Jeremy Bland at 501-912-0050. If you in a wreck and you need a check, call Jeremy Bland at 501-912-0050. That's how you get it. We do not have regular commercials. If you got a product that you want us to do, so we're going to keep you personalized advertising spot that you can play on any place. Okay, so now we've got our sponsors. Now I need you guys to do one thing. I need you to share my live like every week and put share in our comments once you do it. Like, please, right now, stop. Share the live and put shared in the comments. Let's go ahead and say hello to the people that's already on Facebook with us.
Hey, Marcella.
Yeah. Hey man, your ass missed a great weekend. Baby girl balls out.
Hey, what up, Steve Jefferson? Shout out to Randy. Shout out to the Mavs Elite in Pennsylvania. We went 18-5. They were down there kicking some butt. I heard that the 2026 went undefeated. The 2025, I think, lost 3, and then Randy's team, the 2027, actually lost 2. Shout out to the Mavs.
We got a request.
I got you, Jefferson. I got you.
Robbie McIntyre said, "Hey, yeah, don't get my agenda together."
Come on, Matt. Hey, Matt. Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt.
Let us do it for you. We got it.
Don Sherrod
Morrison.
My baby said to mind her business, talking about start that rap over.
Let's start it over.
What I'm talking about.
Let's start it over.
Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So listen, as I said, we have a guest that has been married for 13 years. I want to say 14, but they're coming on 14 years. I want to introduce, go ahead and show the guests who they are. I want to introduce Mrs. Shuntrice and Mr. Ray Hughes.
Hello.
Hey.
All right, and so they are fans of the podcast. They listen every week, and we wanted to just have some conversation and dialogue about their journey of being married for 13 years. Yeah, oftentimes I think that most women want to get to marriage, right? And so we're going to talk to them in depth about the ins and outs, the ups and downs. So welcome to the podcast for the Hughes. Welcome to the podcast. All right, okay. The first question, and listen, as always, our podcast is very interactive. So if you got questions, you can type them on Facebook, but you could also call our information line at 501-650-9726. And somebody pin that number into in the comment line, 501-650-9726, if you want to call and ask them a question, okay? All right, so Mr. and Mrs. Hughes, the first question I need to ask you guys is, how do you guys like just being married? How do you like being husband and wife?
I love it.
Yes. Look at him moving the mic. Look at him.
Oh, okay.
I actually love it. To have someone that's your best friend to come home to every day is a plus. Every day, but I love him, and it's a difference. And so I have peace My house is my sanctuary, so I don't like to argue and stuff like that, but we do have deep, heated discussions. But we made a vow that we will always respect each other, and we agree to disagree on a lot of topics. But I
Okay.
love being married. I love coming home. He don't like so much when I travel for work. So we have a little cute little thing that we do to make sure that he meets me while I'm gone. So I spray a little perfume on my clothes,
Okay.
just so he can, have my essence always, so he can think about me.
Okay. Mr. Hughes, how do you like being married, Mr. Hughes?
Well, it's more than a life. You have to. Life is not the word for marriage. You have to love. You have to be. Like I tell people, when the world's treating you cold, somebody got to keep you warm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to be there. Somebody to be there. Because through ups and downs, especially being a black man in America, we go through a lot. And when we go home, we release that stress, that pressure, we go home. And you don't want stress at home. You need relaxation. You need somebody to comfort. And I have that.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what it's all about. You have to love being married. And that's a lot of work. It's not. Some men take things for granted, and you can't take that one for granted. You can't take the little things that they do because, hey, when it's gone, it's gone. So you have to cherish it.
Okay. Where did you guys meet? Where did y'all meet?
I think I want to tell that story.
Look how she grabbed that mic.
Tell it right.
So somebody had put in the comments.
Yes, we love it.
Okay. Read. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So they are not making eye contact. What's up with that, baby? I look at my sweetheart every day. So I do eye contact, but I'm trying to make it right.
I like this here.
How we met is okay. So we're gonna take it back to 1991.
Mhm.
I mean, my dear husband was my brother, little league football coach,
Mhm.
and my mother ran the concession stand. And he was checking out while he's supposed to be coaching the game, but instead he waited to after the game and he wanted a free hot dog.
Oh boy.
Exactly. So I would not give him a free hot dog. I told him it was $5. No, $2.
No, you said it's $2.
It was $2, and my mom was fussing at me because I was being so mean to him. And actually, that's how we met over a hot dog.
Okay.
We dated for a year and a half. Within that marriage, within that relationship, we did have a daughter. She did not make it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And life happens. We broke up. He married somebody else.
Oh, now you're looking at him.
him.
Now you're looking. Now you're looking at him.
But because he knew I was the one. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I honestly believe that at that time, we was not ready.
All right, you got to hear it. When you talk, you got to swap the microphone too, Ms. Hughes. But go ahead.
So anyway, so fast forward, I was married twice. To us getting together. Now, he may have a different story. We're not going to go all into that because we don't have time tonight. I think these other only gave us a certain amount of time of all the, going away the phone numbers and stuff like that. I tried to hook back up with him, ladies, and he denied me, threw my number away. He did that. But when destiny has his purpose and God has his plan and stuff, he couldn't deny me that it was time for us. So he might have a different story, but I think it's the same.
Okay.
All right. Well, I had last $5 in my pocket, but I couldn't afford to $2 hot dog. Coach was gonna be free and $5 was gonna be free. Now she tried to play hard to get, but I wore it. But how we reconnected, it was kind of I was when we had my son.
Mhm.
We had a power. He had a power wheel. We went to the same field that I coached with. As soon as I stepped on that field, I thought about her mother and her. And that's one thing about Miss Karen and Chantrese so tough. But that also was the night when her mother had passed away. Because my sister, shout out to Tawana Campbell. That is my sister. And
Tawana Campbell? Okay.
And she had sent out a text that God called one of his ladies home, Miss Karen Hall. And I shot out the bed. I said, give me Sean's number right now. I said, Ray, I said, I don't care. I'm going to call her. Let me call her and let her know that, I'm here for her. And so we met up the next day at a grandmother's house. And then after that, we met. And it's one of the best things that ever happened to me. So, yeah, we're making it work. We have, like I said, we have ups and downs, but hey, the one thing I wanted to through this podcast today for all married couples, prayer and communication. That's the most important thing in communication. Because I told my first wife this: if I was a mind reader, I wouldn't be living here all the time. If I was a mind reader, I'll be able to see the Hollywood sign from my house in Hollywood, California.
Gotcha.
Because you have to relate to me what I do, what I say, it affects you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you love someone, you're not going to continue to do things to hurt their feelings or belittle them.
Yeah.
So we have to know, hey, I don't like the way you say this. I don't like the way you handle that. Because one of the things in my first marriage that I quit doing was bring problems to the forefront. I used to bring problems to the forefront about, hey, this is how I feel that. Once you quit talking and let these just friends come in, there's a void like that, you don't care about the marriage anymore.
Okay.
So if you care about cultivate, you got to talk it out and pray it out.
All right, real quick. I said Marcella Town Winston is saying she's having a problem hearing. Are you guys hearing us? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are hearing us okay. I think that our audio is fine, but she's saying she can't hear us. And the other thing I need you guys to do is please share the live and put in there that you shared it. And so share the live and put in our comments that you shared it. Okay, you guys have talked about, what'd you say? Yes, they're good. They're good. They're good. Okay. That's probably why. Right here. Okay. Yep, there should be another microphone there. Okay. That's why they're struggling to hear him. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just switch microphones there. Okay, they are not plugged in, even though. Give me a test mic test.
Yes.
I say that I hear them, but y'all can't hear them. Can y'all hear the guests?
Someone said I hear you.
Okay, all right, because they're coming up here. All right, y'all can hear the Hughes very fine. Can y'all hear the Hughes fine? Yeah, okay.
But can y'all hear them?
Okay, can y'all hear the Hughes very fine? I need to know if y'all hear this. Make sure that y'all can hear them. I think that I can hear them, but I want to make sure they say that they can't hear. All right, we're gonna swap it out.
They can hear.
They can't hear. Okay, all right, good. All right, so you have all talked about that this was not y'all's first marriage, right? Both of you guys have been married. Is this marriage number 2 for you?
Yes, number 2.
Mrs. Hughes, number what? Oh! Okay, so listen. So that's all right. So listen, I want to come to you first.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to Mr. Hughes. Right. What happened in the first 2 marriages that you figured out in the third marriage?
The first marriage, he was my high school sweetheart because we was together so long, and he was a great stepfather to my son. I thought he was my husband, but we was not spiritually connected. We was not equally yoked. And so when it came to problems and situations in our household, we did not know how to handle it as a couple. My first time I got married, I was 21. And so I thought marriage was just clean up the house, make sure we have food, make sure the bills is paid, but no one taught me how to communicate. No one taught me how to forgive. My second marriage, I wouldn't even call it a marriage. I would call it.
You know, you get to erase one, right?
I get to erase one.
Yeah, on the marriage when you get to erase one.
Okay.
Really? I know which one I'm erasing.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
But my first marriage was, we was together for a long time. he was better than we were. I was trying to make him something that he was not created to be in my life.
Okay.
Mhm.
And because I was listening to everybody, oh, y'all been together so long, it's time for y'all to make the next step.
Mhm.
But he might not, or my son might not be mature enough to take that step in marriage.
Okay.
Okay. So it ended. The second one, can I be candid?
Be listen.
Okay.
Hey, I didn't
So
read y'all the rules.
listen,
I didn't read y'all the rules.
Okay.
We only have one rule here.
What?
Got to be transparent.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna be transparent.
Okay.
I am a church girl by life. I love God. Okay.
Okay.
So here I am. I thought I was saying something. So I was stigmatized.
Wait, say it again.
I was stigmatized. He had big dick and he knew what to do, but he was also rude. He was also abusive. He was also on drugs, and so I looked over all of that just to say that my back was hurting the next day because that's what I wanted.
He's like, "What your back was hurting?"
Yeah, my back was hurting.
Whoa, give us some. Give
One
us
more.
some.
One more time. You say you was what? You was what? What?
Oh my God.
So basically, so listen. So Miss Hughes, basically the only thing that the second husband, he just had a big thing. Okay, so you guys must have had a lot of issues only because you married for the wrong reason.
And it was strictly penis.
Of course.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
If I'm the only one in America, I'm sorry.
No, you're probably
No,
not. You're probably not.
Okay.
You're probably not.
But here's the thing, it did not work. It didn't. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Me and the Lord had a long talk. And he was like, darling, you keep choosing these men that's not you. You keep choosing these men that's not right for you. And I have your king, I got your Boaz, but you just keep on doing things your way. So as long as you keep on doing things your way, I'm just gonna let it fall.
And I feel like I done felt that way.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't know because I had a stigma. I'm not gonna lie, and most women does. Okay, we want this tall 6'2" man that's trained. We want certain looks.
Mm-hmm.
But here is somebody who go to work every day, handle his business, and do all this. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And we don't want that person. We want that person that what I say hypnotized.
Mhm,
You see what I'm saying?
We don't want who want us. We want who we
We
want.
don't want who want us.
Yes, we want who we want.
And we don't want, stability. We don't want those things. And so what happened was I had to sit back and get to know myself again. And once I did that, I met my sweetheart, my teddy bear. I call him my teddy bear. I hope you don't mind me saying that.
Okay.
So yeah, he's my teddy. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I realized, and I love him because now I'm actually married. I actually know what marriage is.
Mm-hmm.
We communicate. Like I said earlier, I love him dearly. I love him through God, but I might not like you every day, but I love you. And it's a difference. And when you love somebody through God, you forgive them, even through the hard times.
Mm.
Because we've had some hard times, and we're going to talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've been married 3 times. Yes, praise the Lord. I'm not getting married no more.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Mr. Hughes, I don't know if you can go behind that, brother, but yes, a tough act follows. So your first marriage, why the divorce? What did you do different in your second marriage that you did?
And before you, I don't. How do you feel about somebody saying that it was from her testimony that too many red flags, brother? You're in serious trouble. How do you feel about this?
Well, I'm living, and I'm not in trouble. I'm living.
Thank you.
It's, I remember, and he used to tell us, you have to work on your marriage every day. Go work every day. All men couples. and those who have kids, those who do this and do this, the kids grow up. The kids gonna leave. It's gonna be you and your spouse.
Mhm.
So you have to have something. You have to have something to live on after kids, because it's hard. It's hard for some families to disconnect. To put aside the kids because you don't live for kids. You make sure kids have this, kids have that. But what do you have for the marriage?
Right.
That's why it's good. That's why we try to pick one. We're gonna have date night. We're gonna have to do this and do that. Now I'm not in trouble. It's just something that I'm blessed.
The past is the past. I like that.
Yes.
I like that you
So-
can hear her realness. Yeah, you can hear her realness and it not bother you.
Right.
So, yeah.
How hard was it, Mrs. Hughes? You talked about the fact that your second marriage you were dignitized, right? How hard was it sexually to pass that and to be able to be sexually satisfied by your new husband? Was that a struggle for you?
I'm good.
Be level, you tried it.
Listen. No, because what I'm saying is, and I think, so you said, okay, okay. Okay. Which means you can work with anything. You talk about in the bedroom,
In the bedroom.
package wise.
Package-wise,
Yeah.
financial-wise,
she
or
working with it?
whatever. You can work with anything.
Are you working with anything?
I'm working with a lot.
Shit,
I don't know how to teach
shit,
it.
I'm getting.
Hey,
Hey, listen. Hey, they got me getting.
We got it. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Hey, listen. Oh my goodness, I had to get out this damn. Y'all, I'm getting hot. Shit, I'm getting hot. I'm coming out this damn hoodie. Okay, all right. No. You got it. You got it. No, you got it. No, you got it. So listen, how many children do you guys have? How many together children do you have? And separate kids you have? Together. Okay.
I have two, and we had one only child who passed away. So it would have been we said a total of 3.
So how many kids does she have without you outside the marriage?
No, one.
One. Okay.
It was
And the
that
bonus
hard to
daughter
die.
is the daughter from the previous marriage. What you say, bonus daughter?
So when I say bonus daughter, I adopted someone later on.
Okay.
She's still living.
Okay.
Dream again. You still living.
Okay.
2014, my only child.
Mm.
And
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, that was the first time. I want to say that was the first time that my husband and I had to face grief
Mhm.
and going through grief, losing a child, being married, and me adopting, trying to get used to not having any children physically and still loving my bonus children, which is his children. I don't do step kids.
Right.
So, so it was a challenge because I had to get used to not having my physical child with me and going through grief and still going through it. And it was hard. It was hard. It was a challenge time for our marriage. It really was because I didn't want to be around nobody. I sheltered myself a whole lot. I took things a lot of times personally.
Mhm.
And it was us adjusting to each other to get to know each other again. Because now what was the norm when we got married is no longer the norm. We are parents who lost a child, which is devastating. And learning how to adjust your life to the new norm and still be great grandparents. I was blessed to have 2 grandchildren.
Okay. So you guys talk about when I asked you about blending. Oftentimes when you're married and you blend families, oftentimes it don't blend easy. When you have children that are adults and they're grown, you had two children. Are they girls or boys?
I have one girl, that's for additional needs.
And it's from your first marriage, correct?
No. At one point, I had a baby mom,
Okay. Okay. Player.
You so messy.
No. My big mother, she passed away.
Okay.
So now we have an ex-wife and my current wife now. So it was from that. And I think the biggest issue is that when you bring so much around, and like I said, I had to express to a family member before I get married. I said, do you think I'll get married to someone that would be good for me and my children? Do you think, I consider all facets when I got married. Because after being married for 8 years the first time, I kind of shielded my heart. I'm not gonna lie. And you don't want to be hurting me. We don't put emotions out there. So I'm not. I don't want to go through the hassle. I don't want to do all that. But despite us having history and we getting together, it's a good thing. And how a person treats you, how a person treats your family, it goes a long way. So like I say, there's resistance there because I was a single dad with a little girl. So it was kind of, I had to keep paying mom and daddy, and thankful for my mother, my cousins, and all that. I had support before that, but I didn't always get it right.
Right.
Especially being a young father. And I had to, we still have some issues, but the one thing about it, I have to let them know that, hey, I love this woman. This is the woman that I brought into our family for a reason, for us. He has love to give, he has to step. Now, some think, well, you're daddy. Y'all want to share with that because I just had a friend recently, his relationship because of his kids not accepting who he was with.
So now when you say some issues, right? I just heard you say we had some issues. So I'm assuming the some issues were blending your kids with your new wife.
Not being,
with your wife now.
Yeah, not being acceptable to it, not feeling that I don't have to do it because it's not that. But it's getting better. It was a rough start. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, if you're in the shell and the shell's not cracked, hey, if you're because you have certain families, I would say box families. Right. On one side of the box, the other side of the box.
And so when you met her, you was a single father. So obviously your kids were used to you being just them. You bring another person in this that has a different house is going to be a little different. It's going to run a little different now. And oftentimes children resist that change. How did you deal with the resistance?
Prayer, and I like confrontation. It takes a lot for me to build up. It takes a lot for me to just, and you try not to go off and hurt people's feelings. Sometimes it went their way. I have to express the feeling, say, hey, this is the way it is. The wife comes first. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's biblical. The wife comes first, then family. Then and for some, hey, some go with it, some don't. But I feel that that's why we start. That's why we do a lot of family things together. Try to do things together because in the past year, my wife has a lot of friends who lost their spouse. All you have is memories after that. Right. And I think I recently lost my best friend a couple of weeks ago.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
And the whole time I'm thinking, when I pass, how's my family going to treat her? Did I lay the foundation up to show that, hey, this is the woman who loves me, who cares for me? Because death affects everyone differently. And I've seen families just go apart. They don't speak to them. If they wasn't married, they don't talk to the girlfriend. If they were married, hey, she ain't my daughter no more, stuff like that. But you have to lay the foundation, hey, we're family. Yeah. At the end of the day, and then like her actions speak louder than words. And like, and when we first started dating, we used to take trips and we'll go to the mall or something. First you say, what size is it? What size is it? What size is it? I said, you shop for kids. I thought this was our trip. But you know,
Right.
that shows what kindness for my children.
Right.
Yes.
And I did the same thing with when Kawan was alive. I showed him the same. Me, even though I'm a Cowboy fan, he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, we gave each other grief and beef, but we had a good relationship. And I remember I never forget the first Christmas gift we got. It was a Cowboy blanket. He said, "This is taking care of my mom." That's right.
Good.
You know, me and him had a good rapport.
All right, we're going to take some comments, but before we go to some comments, please put your comments. If you have any questions that you would like for us to ask the Hughes, put them in a comment and Q. You swing the mic over to Miss. We talked about that same. Yeah, we talked about that same resistance. How did you deal with the fact that his children was resistant to you coming into their world in the beginning?
It was hard. Because, I had to love them. I had to stop. You know how you work a puzzle, a crossword puzzle, not a crossword puzzle, like putting a puzzle together.
Right.
And so you have that one piece that you cannot find. And oftentimes you try to force that piece that don't go into that puzzle. And so you have to display who you are in front of them. Because if you force it, it won't. I tried to force it and it was resist. So what I did was step back and just be who I am. I don't argue. I still show love. I still, when I buy Christmas gifts, I buy for everybody. When I buy birthday gifts, I buy for everybody. I still want to invite you, even if you say no. Because at one time, you want to say yes. And it's also patience, but I'm not going to put him in the middle. I'm not going to say, well, baby, they acting like that. It's more of, because I see the hurt in his eyes. And if that's my sweetheart, that's my babe, I'm not going to keep displaying the love, but what I'm going to do is show grace and show love. And most of the times when daddy's little girl is not ready to accept you, you can't force it.
So time, patience, time.
Time and patience. You can't force it, but you can't be rude. You can't be nasty. You know how we are. We're ready to pop out, especially if we feel like somebody disrespecting us. Especially us ladies.
Right.
And if we have, the same gender trying to, this look, smaller, a child, we be like, go on now. But we have to be patient with them.
So was there not any time in the relationship where you did have where you had to learn it?
I had to learn it. Yes,
so y'all did have some type of.
Oh yes.
Okay, and how was that?
It was hard. It was hard. It was very hard. But one thing that Teddy said when we got here November 6th, 2022, we made a promise to each other. If Chantrice and Ray don't do it, it don't affect our household and our family. Because at the end of the day, and I don't know if our children is listening, Mama do love y'all. But at the end of the day, what I can do for daddy, y'all can't do.
Oh boy.
And I'm not talking about I'm talking about everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Period. And the thing about it is my relationship with him is totally different than your relationship with him. And what you have to understand, like he said, I'm not going to bring nobody. Vice versa. I'm not going to bring nobody in my household that I know is going to mistreat you. But children go off of patterns. And if they've been hurt in the past, it's going to make it harder for the next woman to come in and try to be the bonus mom because they going off of what the parents have done to them. And so if it's no healing there, you have to show them that I'm not that person. I'm different.
But what about it when you get into situations where those kids are just rude,
disrespectful,
even if they haven't had?
Did you experience that?
I experienced it.
Not so much rude. I would say distance.
Because there's one thing for there to be just some distance, and there's another thing for the kids to be downright disrespectful. So we're gonna talk the truth. I
never experienced the disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? But I have heard the comment and heard it. I didn't confront that person because I realized that it's still growth there and it hurts. You know what I'm saying? But I also talked to my husband about it, and it have been times when I got mad at him where I felt that he did not check it in time,
Mm-hmm.
or I felt like he didn't correct it in time. But he has his way of correcting it, and I am the forcer. I'm gonna call you out right
Right,
there,
right,
right
Yeah.
then and there,
Right.
and I want to take it care of. Where he's going to meditate on it. He's going to probably take you to lunch and say, "Okay, this is it." Me, no, we need to handle this.
Big business.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
baby, I ain't got time to play with
But
that.
the thing
Mhm.
about it is, it goes back to what I was talking about. If you've been hurt in the past, you go off of patterns. You go
Mhm.
off of, and some people is like you said about.
I know, like,
It's hard.
in
Yes,
my
like I see you
situation,
looking at me. Yes, it is hard.
well, in my situation in the past, I had situations where the kid would lie, like literally go to dad and say, she done this, it's hard on me, or she was yelling. When I yell at my kids the same way.
Mhm.
But when they're around me, they listen, there was difference.
How do I get back to our?
Lie.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so it was different. It was like example, I would tell my kids, hey, y'all can't have candy. But this little kid would go sneak candy and I would find it, the paper underneath the bed.
Mhm.
So when I got onto that child, she would tell her dad. Dad would get on to me, getting on to her. It's like, wait a minute, because other kids can't have it, but I went through that type of stuff. Did you ever go through anything like that?
No,
Okay.
because here's the thing: when it comes to disciplining the children, you all have to be on one
On one accord, yeah.
because you can't play him against me because you're gonna fail it every time.
And
The
I think,
children is, and most of the children would do that. They would say, "Daddy, they being rude to me, they being mean to me," and then you'll be like, "Really, babe?" So
Mhm.
I'm that person. I'm okay. I'm being mean. So when your daddy's gonna walk to your room, what happened? Was I mean to you?
Mhm.
Tell me what happened. So, but the thing about we got his son every other weekend. So during that time, I allowed him to spend that time with his child
Right.
because he was previous divorced and he only have his child every other weekend. So we would do something together that Friday as a family. But then on that Saturday, I will allow him and his child to have their intimate time. That
Mhm.
means I step back as a woman and say he still needs to be active in his children's life.
Yeah, it's a balance.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
I didn't take it personally. I'm sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
didn't take it personally, when he was like, babe, I'm taking our son here, our son there. Okay, fine. That's some me time.
So,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
advice wise, for the ones out there who are dealing with people or kids who are rebellious or what would you call it? Sneaky, you know what I mean? I guess like sneaky. So your advice to them is to
My advice is to sit down with the family and tell them that, if it's the husband that have children, my wife comes first. And if the
Mhm.
wife have children, my husband comes first. That don't mean we don't love you. We love you the same, but it have to be a balance.
Yes.
It have to be a balance. And even if your husband have children, you knew that before you said I do.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to love those children just as hard as you love him. And you have to accept that it might be a new norm to them to be in a new situation.
Right.
They don't know you. I have a funny story. If we can say it.
Hold on a second. Let's go. Let's get some comments and catch him up, and then we'll go back to that story and how difficult it be. And Q, catch us up on comments.
Billy Storay said, did you guys remarry because of fear of loneliness and growing old without someone?
You want to answer that?
No, it wasn't the fear of loneliness. It was the fact that I found someone who loved me.
Okay.
I found someone who cared, who actions speak louder than words. For me, I'm an action person. I got that from my grandma. My grandma said, you got to show me, and she showed me.
Okay.
You
Q.
know, yeah.
Q.
My fellow was laughing at my face when Miss Hughes was talking about the D word. Sean Morgan said confession is good for the soul. Let's see. Marcella said, no, sis, I don't want no scrub. I think she was talking about you.
Yeah, she was talking about, yeah.
Marcelo also says it works, but it shouldn't be one-sided or like job you hate to go to. Sheena McDaniel said, no, these micro penises you can't work with.
Great.
Sheena, stop it.
Don Molden said, she just made me feel better about these less than 7 inches.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Okay, Sean. Okay.
Hello.
Billy Saray said, can you please use this fucking smooch on camera? Show us the love.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
that's why she didn't. Sean Moulton said, baby mama was funny, but then she passed and damn it. Sean Moulton said, how old are these kids that are getting confronted by the shame?
Oh,
You
you
missed part of the conversation.
I think she's asking the age. Oh, you said did you say the age of your kids?
Well, no, right now, 29, 29 and 24.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
so the problems we had with probably from say from 14 to 17, probably had problems at that time. There's a lot of, the teenage years as well. Because these teenagers, female teenagers. So so that was part of the rough part of that. We're working on that. Everything we be civil. No stab wounds, no shot.
Okay.
I got one more comment.
Come on.
Amanda Williams said, yes, children play real parents against each other, and the stepchildren are sometimes worse. My stepdaughter from my previous relationship had a lot of adjusting to do because her dad was in and out of prison her whole life. Then she had to adjust to me being a different type of female that she has never experienced for their dating. Once she saw how loving I was and how much her mom liked me for the beginning and grew to loving me, she started being better with me and my children. Me and her dad broke up 3 years ago, and she and her mom check on me regularly.
Good.
It's all about the
Good for
foundation.
you. And you can also call your comment in 501-650-9726, 501-650-9726. Now, talking back with you, your battery is low on your iPad. We're getting close it there. It says it paused. We'll get back to you. There you go. There it is. Is it plugged in there so it's charging itself? So you talked about it being difficult. The baby mama, your kids' baby mama. Do you feel like part of the reason why they didn't accept your wife at first was baby mama driven?
Well, baby mama, I would say that
The mother of the kids that you had.
Well, my ex.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, with my ex-wife, there were probably some problems going back and forth. Now, as far as my baby mama, we had like a really unique relationship because, believe it or not, before I married my wife now, my conversation was with her, my baby mama, Tanya, with Tanya Flowers. Me and Tanya had a real deep conversation before I married again because I was afraid to, because it was gonna be my second time and didn't want to. Me and baby mama cool. Now, before it's me and ex-wife, that's the most thing. That's where most of the drama came from in my life. But I made it past that. So.
Is that your daughter's mom?
No, my daughter's mom was baby. My son's baby.
So you're saying that it wasn't generated. It wasn't, don't like her and yada yada this. You know how sometimes these women can be evil, right?
Well,
when there's a new kid on the block.
It's like this. Misery loves company. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of misery going on one side and the other. So you learn to rise above. Learn to rise.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this. It just something went out. You just went out. Whatever you just did went everything out. You can't hear it. Check. Okay. There it is. We're back. Okay. So hopefully you don't have to reset the app. You don't have to reset it, dude. Has there ever been any infidelity?
Nope. Not living that way. I've been cheating on the parents. So why would I bring that to someone who gets that down. So I'm not gonna go out that way.
Okay.
No, that's
So no infidelity on either part.
no third.
Okay. What obviously, we talked about the blending family challenges that you guys had early on. What are some of the other challenges that have you guys ever had any separation time where you said, hey, we're gonna pause this relationship? Are these 13 years all living in the same house, working it out every day, figuring it out, no time of separation? What's the biggest challenge you think that you guys have had that you've had to face other than the death of your child?
Me, it's been me communicating. I had to learn how to communicate a lot more because I hold things in. I try to work things out without her, but realize she's my helpmate. I have to be more open to her.
Mhm.
I have to be more open to her help. So that's been one of the biggest issues for me. Trying to work things out myself, but realize, hey, I have a wife and I have to communicate. Because men, we don't communicate. We have to be, it has to be something driven.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. We won't have. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. So, Mrs. Hughes, oftentimes, the woman, most times, is always the vocal. Women always react off emotions. Most guys are logical. Most guys are patient. You talked about, you're the type of one that says, hey, we're going to call it out. You talked about that at the beginning. And so I'm saying that you're a pistol of the relationship, right? You know what I'm saying? He's the one that's going to do the logical thinking. You're the one that pops it off. You're the one that pops it off. It seems, if I'm reading you, it seems that you.
Not all the time.
How are you? Go ahead. Yeah. How are you able to? You talked about letting him handle things where he's comfortable. How do you handle that sometimes when he doesn't move as fast as you like him to move on problems? He doesn't handle things the way you handle things in problems. How are you able to allow him that space?
It actually took me 10 years to do it.
13.
So
that was a problem at the beginning, the way he handled things.
It was irritating. It was very challenging for me because I am a leader, so my at all times. I am a scheduler. I don't like surprises.
You're a planner.
I'm a planner
Mhm.
by nature.
Mhm.
I will plan to the T. And so my husband is, but opposite attracts, and it makes it fun. But in serious matters, it was hard at first. It was hard at first, and it was a lot of prayers, forgiveness,
Mhm.
and then also say, hey, my name is Shantru. I'm your wife. Can we have a talk?
Yeah.
And when I say it like that, he go, okay. Don't surprise me because then I would be upset.
Right.
But it was hard. It took him a while to adjust and us to adjust for our communication level. What is our love language and what is our communication? Like I can look at him to this day and say he's upset about something, but it took a minute.
No, we're gonna read a comment. We're gonna read it.
Man, I said this to be up anyway before you even came.
So Q, read this couple comments. We got a couple comments I want to get you caught up on.
Billy Saray said, thanks so much for sharing. Shannon Hall said, I can answer that. No, sir, no separation. Shannon Hall. Okay. Because Shannon said she bossy. She runs the whole family.
Really, Shannon? We're doing this now.
So speaking, I want to go right there. I want to go right there when you say family, right? Because we talked about the kids. But if you were like my marriage, oftentimes when you have a woman and she comes in and she's on her ball, like she's on her sassy, The family don't take hold of you because they feel like that you're changing him. You're making him do things that you want him to do.
Yes.
Did you experience that with
Of course
family?
I did. Of course I did. But once they seen after throughout the years that it was to better us. I don't
Mhm.
want to say that I control it because he's the head of the household.
Mhm.
But I knew my position.
Mhm.
But I can't be a boss lady and my husband not.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's, and that's the difference. And so, yes, they had to get used to my ways. I'm a family person. I love family gatherings. I love getting together once a month with my family. I love cooking. I love doing family things. But it was hard adjusting to that because they wasn't used to that type of relationship. They were used to that type of family bonding.
Mhm.
So yes. And
Yes, what you go ahead. Go ahead. Is this your sister? Your sister or
she is my sister.
okay.
My little sister, I call her.
So it is a that I am the family manager. That's what she called. I am the oldest, and so I had to take care of. So yes, I will own up to it. I am a boss.
Yeah.
However, I know how to pipe down. I don't run my household. My husband do. However, he got a strong wife, an engine behind him. So you come for him, you probably gonna come for me too. But I'm going to make sure he's good.
Okay.
I get that.
Brittany, did you have any questions? Q, did you have any questions that you need to ask the Hughes?
Why
Q?
I'm so glad I'm on camera. But I'm confused.
Why? I'm asking you don't have
I need
any.
to ask them. I'm single.
Well, I mean, the purpose is to try to, don't you want to be married at some point in time?
Sure.
So
Why
since
not?
we have enough views, so I can go over my public service announcement.
Yeah, you got a public, sir. Go ahead, your public.
Who are dating and coming up on the year 2 days. I need you to delete Miss Wigwig, Miss Duval, and this Juicy Booty. Delete that number out your phone.
How do you know about those?
I got friends, man. All right. I need you to delete that and those pictures.
So you're saying delete them?
Hey, delete that number. If you're dating someone for a year, those numbers and pictures will be out your phone.
Okay.
Now hold on. Until women.
So I want to make clear what you're asking the men to do. If you're dating somebody else, if you have some previous pictures that are in your phone that is not of the person you're dating, I want to be very clear what you're asking. Get rid of them. What if you're not sure that that person is the one?
If you've been there for a year, then hey, you've been there for almost a year. You work on something.
Mhm.
And then for the women, you got to get rid of Cash Out, Mr. Big Mom, and Rock Wire. You get them out your phone.
And that's your public service announcement. If you're trying to, they need to do that. Why? Tell me why you're asking them to do that.
Because if somebody pop up, when you've been dating for a year, why you still talking to this person? That's been the biggest issue. That's been somebody. Why you still doing it? Why you gotta have a connection with him? Cut it out.
So listen, what's the time frame on it, babe?
She said a year. She said a year.
Yeah. After a year, we can let it go. But during that year, that first year, we can kind of hold on to stuff.
If you're working on doing it, put it like this. I have a foundation.
I hope my new man.
You dating somebody, friend?
I gotta tell you.
Y'all must be out the
Q.
loop. I gotta know. I wanna know.
Q, I gotta tell you that.
The foundation is trust. That foundation.
We love all of them.
That's trust.
So we gotta start out early. I gotta let them other folks go.
If you've been Thanksgiving, you met your mama on Christmas. Hey, y'all, starting something.
For the kid. Or if he met the kid.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: how much of a separation between your previous marriage and before you got married again, Miss Hughes? Miss Hughes. Miss Hughes, how long were you single before you met him? Bring the mic over.
It was 4 years.
4 years. So during those 4 and 2 years, you had an opportunity to be relieved of the attachment of your previous marriages, correct?
Yes, because I didn't want to. Erykah Badu have a song.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
And if you actually listen to the lyrics, she's talking about us as women. We carry one relationship to the next relationship. And oftentimes, I had to find myself and and love myself again because I can't be whole for a man if I'm broken.
Okay, you have to heal.
So I had to heal, beloved, for real.
Right.
And I'm glad I did because when I started dating him, I didn't hold him hostage and hold him for my past.
Right.
And oftentimes we take what they did to us. If he don't come home by 10 o'clock, he is not over Susan's house all the time.
Hold on, say it again. Say it again.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If he don't come home by 10 o'clock, he's not over Susan's house.
Right.
Because Johnny was over Susan's house when he didn't come home on time. You see what I'm saying? And
Right.
so into the other relationship, and when we don't take breaks to get to love us and know us as self, we often try and repeat that cycle over and over and over again. And men are physical lovers. They love lust by the eye and not instantly get to know how that person is. If you can't sit down and have a decent conversation with somebody, that's probably not the right person for you.
So, in some marriages,
People that leave fast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, in some marriages, how do you guys handle finances? Do you guys, both work and bring your money in? Do you have, some of the bills and he paid some of the bills? Because what worked for some don't work for others. But what works in a Hughes house as it relates to managing your finances? How do y'all do it?
So, no, for real though, my husband is a great provider. Now, my husband take care of all the household bills. However, I am a woman that supports my husband. If he needs help with anything, I don't have an issue with that.
So you didn't answer my question.
No, I answered your question.
So the question was,
my husband is a great provider.
but that's not the question, Miss Hughes.
I know what
The question is, do y'all bring your money, Mrs. Hughes? Do you bring your money and put it in the same checking account, or do y'all have separate accounts? That's the question.
We have a account that our bills come out of, and I have my own separate account for my husband.
Okay, do your check goes into the joint account?
Partial of my check that I receive from me working goes to the bill account.
Okay, Mr. Hughes, do your check goes to the joint checking account?
Yes, sir.
All of it?
No, sir.
So part of it too?
No, really for me it's from the bills. And I said maybe less than a third go.
Okay, so if I understand this, the majority of your check goes into the checking account, but not swing that mic back over here.
Hold on. Here's the deal.
Okay.
This, like I said, she said she's a planner.
Okay. All right.
And what we do is for the end of the month, before the first month, boom. This is what we install the bills.
Right.
This is what we pay, blah, blah.
Right.
Now there was a time that I faced some medical issues. And it was to the point where I wasn't working for a while. Okay. Got that last insurance check, and thank God for Aflac. For those who know, when the duck came by,
right.
I made sure that I did the right thing with it. I didn't go buy TV. I really paid up all the bills with it, so that way they can get us through the long run. And the one thing about it, like I said, so we always had to talk right there at the end of the month. Let's come up on the first month. Blah, blah, blah. So because it has to be balanced. That's one of the things that I had to stop to make sure that it is up.
So that we had a question or discussion about how couples pay bills, right? Are you one of the guys that you and your wife pay bills 50-50? How do you believe, as far as just paying the bills, how does it work for you guys?
For us, it's together. It has to be together. Then at the end of the week, something big needs to go down, something happens, then we're able to do. That's why everything's planned like future plan. We pay for trips in advance. We save the money for that. Hey, we save this, save that. Everything's down the middle. You know what I'm saying? Then, and because I just, which is funny you say that. I just saw another lady talking about how women have things messed up. They want a man to pay for everything. Everything's
So she works, she contributes to the bills.
Right.
She doesn't contribute as much as you do.
But no, don't say that now.
Well, I'm just trying, I'm trying to figure it out. So
It's
she,
like I said, but-
and we don't have to talk figures. We don't have to talk.
But there was a time.
She ready to talk. She ready to talk.
Before I got
Hold on now.
hurt, before my mother incident, there was a time that I was bringing the majority of money. Before, because I used to work as security officer on operation.
Right.
Now I'm not security.
Mhm.
So I was security, and especially during COVID, but the overtime, I was able to contribute a lot more. She did her part.
So
Yeah.
basically what y'all was saying is to death do you part.
Yeah.
To with rich or poor.
Right.
That's what's happening right now.
Right.
Like it's yeah.
I want to clarify.
I knew you would. I knew you would. I knew you would.
Oh, I'm so glad that you called him out because he is messy, like
So let me clarify.
very messy.
So what my
Look at you sipping that tea. He ain't got no tea, but he's sipping it.
household. So what works in the household is maybe 60-40.
Okay.
But you have to realize that that's what works.
Right.
So when my husband was down for a year, I held it down because I knew I had to.
Right.
With no problem.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So my mad money might be his gas money.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? My mad money might pay for some tires.
Mhm.
You know, it's not always go to hair and makeup. I'm not selfish. you
Right.
know.
Right.
And here's the thing, I love clothes. My husband, you know, he's not a shopper. I am. But I'm not gonna be out looking nice and my husband looking raggedy. So that means that if he take care of everything, and I know my baby needs some shoes, I'm gonna buy some shoes. If he needs some clothes, I'm gonna buy some clothes. There's no sense in me having 35 bras and he got 2 pairs of underwear. You see what I'm saying? It don't balance out.
How long did y'all marry? How long did y'all date before y'all married?
The second time we dated 2 years.
So wait, so you say second time. So y'all, the first time at the hot dog stand, he, okay, okay, yes, okay, all right. The hot dog stand, y'all went off and married somebody else, and then you came back.
Yes.
And y'all been, y'all dated 2 years, is it?
2 years.
No, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure the story out.
I know you're trying to figure out. So it's 2 years, and so you know it was kind of funny at first because my husband had to understand something with his baby. So we had a conversation one day, and we supposed to be going somewhere, and he told me that he had to do something for his mom, and I was like, oh, okay. And his comment to me was, "E-level, you just a girlfriend."
So we had to do it for his mom. I'm gonna do it for my mama first. You the girlfriend. We're gonna
Yeah,
work.
you the girlfriend. And so at that time, I thought I was your woman.
Mhm.
Because at that time we was intimate, so I thought I was your woman because if I'm a girlfriend, and this is my way of thinking, you have to remember I was single for 4 years. So at that time, if you my boyfriend, you in rotation.
Mhm.
That means that you not
Mr.
my
Hughes
man.
is getting out of the camera. Brittany over there. There you. Okay, there. I need to see. There you go. There he back. He back. He back. Okay,
We back?
you back. Go ahead.
Okay. So at that time, he told me I was just his girlfriend.
Mhm.
And so I was like, no, I thought I was your woman. And so what happened was it went a week. He kept calling me and I wouldn't answer the phone because at that time in my mind, I was single and I was putting you in rotation. See, my man.
Oh boy, he in rotation. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because my man,
You are messy.
talks
No, I'm just trying to see that. Okay.
Don't do that, B-Way.
Well, listen, why am I? Why am?
My man talks to me every day, but my boyfriend talks to me every time. And I had to be in a foundation of what respect, what type of good I want in my life, and what respect I want you to display in my life. You see what I'm saying? Because if you allow them to play them games with you, they will play them games with you. And so he went a week. And he kept calling, and I wouldn't answer. Yeah, I might be a little stubborn. But when he came over to the house, he was like, "Why you not answering the phone?" Well,
No. Tell her I said that. Yeah, that. Yeah.
I drove very fast down the street. I guess he was checking. I guess he was checking, make sure Charlie wasn't over there, or whoever wasn't over there.
Right.
And he only saw my car and he stopped very abruptly. And then on the road, like the police had asked me was something wrong with my phone. And I said, no, you took my phone.
So y'all do got some
First of all-
toxicity.
First of all, it was Friday night. I rolled over there. Yes, I had for those knows no vehicles, I had a 96 Dodge Ram.
Okay.
V8. That's one reverse. Yeah.
My best friend.
Shamika,
Shamika, you know what you did to me that night. I just want to say that. I put you out on public.
Yeah, her girlfriend was to have away from the house, but she was still at the house. I took that Dodge Ram. I slammed it in reverse. You heard all 4 tires squeaking.
Mhm.
I banged on the door like I had a warrant from the SWAT team. And she opened the door. I went straight past her, picked up her phone. I said, "Oh, so good work on." I mean, what the hell going on? So, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, she came with that girlfriend, boyfriend stuff again. Yeah, you all right? Okay, from this one forward, yeah, you my woman.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I had to lay some foundation down. I was going for that because it was too much in my area.
That's your woman.
That's my
That's your woman.
So you guys have been together for 13 years and you guys have shared a lot of the good times, right? Y'all have talked a lot about the good part of the marriage. I know there's been some times that you guys felt like you wasn't going to make it, right? There in most marriages, there's some time where it really hits you in the gut and really make you dig down to figure out if you truly want to survive. Talk about some of those times and what has happened.
I think the biggest issue, of course, is the family.
The family just being into your relationship.
Me trying to balance, I love my family. My family who raised me, my family who loved me, and they don't understand that I love this woman. This woman loves me.
Mm-hmm.
This woman.
And why do family always get into people's business?
I
think
I feel late today. Our 50th year anniversary, we had a party, and one of the cousins, I call him cousin brother, Demond, he came through. He was at the house. We were playing dominoes. He said, "Ray, let me tell you something. If you and Sean have problems, we don't know about it."
Yeah.
And that's one of the big, and in marriages, it's all who you go to when you have problems.
Right.
And that's what me and Sean had. We figured out from day one that, like she tells, like we said when we got married, if Sean and Ray didn't do it, it doesn't affect us. What we do, we had to work out us, God, and probably a prayer partner of our. And we have one prayer partner we lean on all the time. And we of course, the season, a little bit older than us, someone who we talk to, and then even with me, when I was having a problem with my family, I ran to my pastor.
All right, so y'all are giving me. I'm still. So I'm asking about how did you navigate through those difficult times, right? And I hear you saying that, but oftentimes just letting stuff work out itself.
Vito, he want to know.
I want to know how'd you handle it.
He want to know some real deal.
Yeah, give me some stuff that we can.
Yeah. Those that have a problem with you being married, they got to
Right.
That's what we had to do.
So you had to sit down with the people.
Had to sit down with everybody and say, hey,
Did you even ask what issues do y'all have with my wife?
Well, yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Have y'all had real deal arguments with these people?
It's
debate.
Miss Hughes looking different.
You can have a fun Jesus meeting. But basically, you can lay it all out.
Miss Hughes, when you did that, what kind of arguments do you remember? Do you recall? Where it got bad?
See, I know she gonna tell it.
Yeah, that's why I said, come on.
Listen. Miss Hughes gonna give us the good stuff that sounds good, right? I need to hear from Miss Hughes because she like to call somebody's name on her. Ain't no telling what you never get from her. Okay, all right, come on.
Yeah.
No, come on. How did y'all, Mrs. Hughes, figure this? Because I know sometimes
it was hard. Here's the thing.
Was they saying you talk too much? You You mean the family saying,
I'm a hard shell to crack.
okay,
And so they didn't understand it. And so I had to ask them, what did I do to you? For you not to dislike me, for you not to like me, what have I done to you? Not what you
what did they
heard.
say? What did they say to
They
that
didn't have
comment?
an answer. So if I have not personally, like if I haven't personally did anything to you,
Mhm.
but Q might say, well, I don't like this because of X, Y, and Z, or I didn't like the way she looked at me yesterday. Or
Mhm.
and so my question is to you as an individual, what have I done to you as a person? Because you cause a habit. Because here's the thing, my husband loves her, he loves his daughter, he loves his family, and then he loves his wife. And so the issue was him balancing that. He was out of frustration, which caused a communication problem with us because you're not going to be silenced in my household, which we was silent. We was like moving in the night because here's the thing, we was allowing somebody else and other issues that didn't have anything to do with us to fester in our marriage. It was hard.
So you're saying that he was listening to the family talk shit about you?
He was listening, he was trying to balance out loving the family and loving me at the same time
Right.
without trying to hurt each other.
Right,
He would defend me to the teeth.
right. I get it. I get it. No, I get it. I get it. I get that. I get that.
Now, however, it was a balance that he had to learn, and I couldn't force him to have it, and that's where the friction comes from.
So are you telling me from the sit downs, from the come to Jesus meetings that you talked about,
Right.
that it ultimately worked itself out?
I wouldn't say it worked out. It worked out for us. Did it make sense? Yes.
Are you saying basically you just said fuck them if they don't endorse my wife, just fuck them? I mean that's ultimately when you say it worked itself out. You know, is that basically what you? No, I mean being honest, is that basically?
In my eyes,
Come on.
yes.
See y'all. That's. I want to listen. I'm trying to listen. I am trying to help some relationships. Hold on. I'm trying to help some people out because there's some people who are struggling. Their family is pulling them one way.
And that's one of the
We talk about real shit on this
family
podcast,
shit,
right?
like yes. Literally, like, and them mamas are listen. I had problems with the mama, and I had problems with the sisters.
Hold
Like,
on, Britt. I got
They guys are
so Britt. Okay, so listen. When you said mama, and I know we ain't putting nothing out there, but here's the deal.
I had problems
When you're
with
dealing with mama, for a man, that's a whole nother different issue.
but you guys are speaking right on
For
you know what I'm
so
saying?
let me just go back. When I got married, my mom didn't come to my wedding. She didn't come to the wedding. She didn't like my wife. Ultimately, their relationship got better. Ultimately, she started loving.
Are you on child?
No, my mom has 4 babies. I'm the oldest.
Yours.
I'm the oldest. But it had to come to a point where I just had to tell my family, y'all don't fuck with her, y'all can't fuck with me.
Do it
Yeah,
again.
do it. It's working.
I had to tell my family because they didn't care about not having a relationship with her.
Yolanda Flanoy said,
They-
"Mamas be
they-
jealous also."
They cared about me. So ultimately, I had to make that you know. And so I'm hearing you guys saying that you finally just had to say, fuck them. If they don't respect my wife, if they don't let her be who, and I don't want to put nothing in your mouth.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say fuck it.
What will you say?
I'm not gonna say fuck it.
What will you say?
I'm gonna say, hey, do you?
That's
Because I have to.
Same thing, right?
Almost same thing. I'm not gonna say
He's
fuck
so
it.
nice.
I'm not gonna say fuck it because I have to get a different level to say fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to family.
You just
You know
what?
You don't want to go there to where now she has to say wash her hands and bleach. Now, once she do
Which
that,
means she done with you.
That's called separation.
Okay.
That's called separation.
So
And I don't want-
were there some people in his family that you had to wash your hands with bleach with?
No, we made it that point, yeah.
No, but the bleach is on the.
He said no. He said no. We ain't made to that point.
The bleachers
And
on the
see,
table.
in my
He said-
situation, like for real, in most situations with the men, and it's just I think all across the board, the men be the more nicer ones, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
And now we're mad at y'all because y'all ain't stand on business. And now we gotta stand on business, and they mad at us. And I think that's why they be mad at y'all because y'all don't be wanting to stand on business
But
with us.
when it comes to parents, like with me, I'm the only child. So
Mhm.
for my mother,
Oh,
I'm the only child. So it was a whole lot of deep stuff that had to be, and I had to lay things, I had to lay a whole lot of things out when it comes to me being married.
Mhm.
And plus, a lot of people think I should get married because I'm going to second marriage. I need time for me. But it's been 2 years.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's been 2 years.
But why do people feel like they have the right to even put that much on your back?
Because that's the parent. If they feel that they're protecting you,
Oh, these were kids that were doing that.
Well, now, like for the kids, this is all about adjustment. And some want to adjust, some don't want to adjust. But then one thing about it, what I try to express to mine, when I try to express to my kids, you're missing out on the love that she's getting. That's what you're missing out.
And if I'm understanding, were there any resistance to her side of the family to you?
Man, no.
But
And
do you know
also,
why?
you
Do you
know,
know why?
let me
Do you
tell
know
you why,
why?
baby,
Let me tell you
because-
why. Let me tell you why.
Please,
Because
beloved.
oftentimes family can see that you love this woman and you take it. So you ain't got no problem with her family. Her side of the family.
Business from jumping.
No, you know what?
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes the wife part of the family sees how you take care of and how you love on her.
So what about
Oftentimes the woman comes across as being a bossy bitch. Oftentimes,
See, he be on that
hey,
bullshit.
listen,
I'm trying to tell you,
oftentimes
he be on
they
that
come
bullshit.
across as, hey, she wanna run shit.
Nah, hell no. They know not
She
to
bossy.
fuck with us because they know that we'll beat their ass.
So Miss Hughes,
And they know that we be standing on
do you
business.
do you
That's what
okay.
Being mistreated or having
Sensitive. Yes.
That's gonna be sensitive.
We
Yes.
just talk. We just say what we
Yes.
want
So,
to
yeah,
say.
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And everybody
Yeah.
you're not living your life.
Right.
You're living your life.
Right.
So that's why we be wondering why do they feel so comfortable to come to the man?
Because especially when it comes to mothers and their babies and mothers and their children, they want to keep on self protecting. But then, just like family has to learn how to let you go and let you live your life.
But see, I think you missing what I'm saying.
No, I'm listening what you're saying.
What I'm saying is
Yeah.
they know they're not gonna come at us and say, I don't think that this man is right for you. I don't think because they know we're gonna check them at the door.
Right.
But they feel comfortable to come to men like that because they know that y'all listen, this is
We too nice.
y'all weak. And they hold on, listen.
But most men, I'm saying this.
Y'all
being
weak.
an only child, most men are weak for them.
No, so that's what I'm saying.
Most men
Y'all are weak.
But the one thing about it, I had to learn.
Okay.
I had to learn to stand up. Now with me, I even had to learn to stand up to my grandmother when it came to my.
So what advice do you give the other men that may be that's dealing with this when
It's like this. If it's in your heart to marry someone that you feel is good for you, you have to tell them, hey, you might not agree with it, but this is my decision.
early on, right?
And this is between me and God.
Mhm.
If you don't like it, hey, I love you where you are, but I have to move on with my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of parents, and I've seen, and I'm 52. I've seen some friends who mothers got that vice grip on. And like I said, you have to live your life. And you have to love people where they are.
And Brittany is saying that most of the time it's because we don't like drama. Like most guys do not like drama, right? We don't like to argue. We want everybody to get along. And most time Brittany is saying it's because the women check it. So the women check the family members.
Yeah, so it don't got nothing to do with what you was trying to say earlier.
No, what was I trying to say?
You trying to just,
What was I trying to say? What was I trying to say? I'm just trying to figure out how was he able because obviously that's a big situation in most relationships when the family initially don't embrace the wife. So I'm just trying to figure out
see,
how
what
you
I'm
get
saying
past.
is it's the same for women. Most times, your mama gonna try to come to you or your dad gonna try to come to you and say, "Hey."
But he's saying that's not what happened
I'm
with her
saying for the
family.
woman, you don't know because she probably took some shit. You just never know.
Right now, her family was go-to.
That's what I'm
Now, when I say now, there was a time I was scared as hell because what happened was I met one of her uncles at the gas station, and my first family dinner, boy.
But do you think that they embrace you because let me finish, because of the way you treated her? So oftentimes, because Brittany is wanting to make this allowance that we don't take, we're not going to stand up for our family. I just think that oftentimes our outpour to our wives is more significant to her family than what you're giving us. Oftentimes,
but it's none of their business. It don't matter how they feel.
I get that, Brittany. I'm just trying to explain why that. Do you understand what I'm saying, though?
Like I said, they have they can't be closed-minded. They have to be open because you're trying to bring something to the table. Like I said, it's your life in there, and they have to be acceptable with it. So yeah, no, they have to be able to live in your life. Basic part of that. But like I said, her family, I sit around the uncles, and when my grandfather was alive, I asked all the questions, I checked out the boxes, and then of course they said, "Wait a minute, who's your family?" And then her grandfather knew my grandmothers who my real grandmother, my adopted grandmother, who had raised me. So they knew I came from good stock. They knew where I came from, and they knew me. And then like I said, her family's just been good. Nanny, when I say from top to bottom, I've had no resistance, loving them to death.
All right, we got some comments. Q, you want to catch us up on comments? People are commenting on it, so we can catch up with what people are saying. And then, by the way, while Q is catching up, you can still all call your comment or questions in at 501-650-9726, 501-650-9726.
Okay. Miss Marcella said, if he's the head of the household, I don't agree with this 50-50. He needs to be the man of the household.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Ms. Marcella, I respect your comment, but what works in the Hughes household stays in the Hughes household. So what works in my household may not work for your household, but he is 100% man for me.
Okay. Go on then.
Shamika Sam said, Ray, you didn't give up, bro. She gave you that silent treatment.
Is that somebody in your family?
That is my best friend, and she is telling the truth. Shamika is the reason why that not the reason why, but she's one of the reasons why the relationship worked, because she was the one I'm gonna call her out. She was the one that I was giving the silent treatment for, and we supposed to have Friday night girl night. And I said, Shamika, he's off on Friday. I need you to come pick me up. I'm gonna leave my phone. She was part of the plan. Nika stayed at home and kept telling me she was on her way. And she never did show up because she was like, I was being mean to him. And so when he pulled up, I was like, oh my God, girl, I think that's him. He outside. No, don't let me go. You're supposed to come pick me up. So I'm calling you out, Nika. You know, so yeah, she is.
So why were you fibbing?
I was fibbing because he made a comment. He made a comment that I was just a girl. So your girlfriend, this is for me, girl. I'm putting in rotation.
I get it.
You see what I'm saying? Because if I'm your woman, I'm your woman. But if I'm your girlfriend, they need to be dating. You don't get the woman.
So that's why he said, okay, we go together.
Exactly. Because
Real bad.
if I'm your woman, no, if I'm your girlfriend, you don't get a woman. You don't get the woman benefit of the woman.
So were you doing other things, Mr. Hughes, or were you actually dealing with somebody else at the time?
No,
he just
no, ma'am.
Wait, did you see how that you asked him the question and she answered?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You are nasty.
Did you see that? You asked him the question and she answered.
Oh my goodness.
What's going on here?
Oh my goodness.
He said, well, you doing something, Mr. Oh, no, he wasn't. Damn, I think she asked him the question.
Yeah, see?
I was on
It
that.
all started with the high five.
You
You
know, we separate out there, we came back. I want to keep that, my life. I was reading one of the comments, and if somebody,
You
one of
got.
the comments saying how
She was getting ready to go, but go ahead, get ready to get to
why
what.
you confide in the family. Here's the deal in a marriage: be careful.
What you
Because
tell.
What you tell. Because
Yes.
if you tell mama, then mama will look you sideways.
Yes.
Tell you don't bring your kids out.
Yeah.
That's why it's always best to find that one person out. If you do go outside, let it be a prayer partner. Let it be somebody that you know this. Not everybody holds your secrets.
Yes. Yeah. I 100%.
And nobody can come back and be like, y'all,
Yeah,
like once you make up,
Yes.
they don't see that
They
part.
don't see the part. They don't see the part when y'all make up.
Yeah, they don't see
that's
that.
the biggest because now and then you have to watch your friends because some friends are
Yeah.
Mm.
And some friends jealous.
especially when it comes to the relationship. Especially when it comes to relationships.
And some friends will say, girl, I wouldn't deal with it. I wouldn't date him. He not-"
Yeah.
Knowing the whole time they would.
Yeah.
They would smash and they'll date him.
Do you guys believe in 50-50 love? I always tell people that there is no such a thing as a 50-50 love.
Okay, I'm single, but I thought I knew that.
I said something in one of our anniversaries, and I said, love, it's not about who does what for you. You don't go take it. You do it because you love that person. You do it because you love that person. You feel a certain way. You don't keep score.
And that's what I'm saying. When oftentimes I feel like that a 50-50 love does not exist. And when I say that, I'm saying sometimes they're going to be where the woman is doing 70, you're doing 30. But what you hope is that flip, and then the man sometimes doing 70 and 30. It's going to be where some relationships are going to be pulled by one person, and then over the years you'll see that other person pulling. I kind of felt like, and this is just my old fucked up marriage, I guess. I kind of felt like there were times that, she was doing the majority of the love, and I wasn't. Vice versa. There were times that I were doing. Do you find that?
But here's the deal. That's what we need to do. Okay. Because if one going this way, one going the other way, that yoke is gonna separate.
Yeah.
You have to move to separate.
No matter what.
Yeah.
We're
gonna get our camera back working too.
Okay.
No, we can hear your voice though.
Yeah. No matter what, everything has to be 100%. You can't do it. You can't do it half.
Yeah. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, our camera is not working on them, but we're talking to the Hughes, who has been together for 13 years. We're talking about the ups and downs, the challenges of how to have a healthy relationship, not only just a healthy marriage, but they're telling you some jewels to have a healthy relationship. Because that's what this podcast is about, trying to figure out how we can keep people together. And so that's what the Hughes is talking about. 13 years. Both of them have had previous marriages before. We talked about blending families. We talked about the fact that Mr. Hughes had children before Mrs. Hughes. Mrs. Hughes did not. Swing the mic back to Mrs. Hughes, because this is the fire. Yes. No. You have a somebody that you adopted. Okay. All right. So I said you didn't. So you did. Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you. Q. Thank you. They be, boy, let me tell you something. These women be checking me. They be checking my ass for real.
I know this your show.
No, this is our show. No, for real. This is the people's show.
I had a son. He passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
He's there. I love my mama's daughter. And my two beautiful grandchildren, Kinsley and Kawan Jones, that I love to death. So, yes. So, what's your question?
To these women, this my question is to these women that are trying to find a man.
Right.
I'm trying to
What
find a
suggest
man. I need a man.
you ain't trying to find out. Hey, listen. I ain't no shade. Do you know that Brittany is glowing? Have you noticed that she is glowing?
I thought it was a
Cute.
good camera. She's always
Brittany
glowing.
is glowing.
She's always glowing.
Cute.
No.
Having them
She
foot.
listen. Brittany got something going on now. I'm telling you. She got some shit going on. I'm gonna tell y'all there. But to these, she already told you. Okay. So yeah, she's so happy and smiling, and she answered my
I'm
call
always
every time.
smiling.
I asked her to do some shit this weekend. She said, "Don't worry about it. I do it. Don't worry about
Oh
it."
yeah, you real
I said,
happy.
"God damn."
Me and my man are gonna do
Me
it.
and my man to go do it. Don't worry about it. I said, God damn. Okay, so my question to you, to these women that are trying to find a man, right? There's so many single women that listen to us and view us every week. How important is it to be very domestic?
If you're not domestic, single, you won't be domestic married.
Well, does that answer your question?
Not really.
Okay, it's
How important is that? I mean,
it's very important because here's the thing. This is what works for me.
do you fix your husband plate?
No, I don't. I mean, I will cook, but here's the
When
definition.
she went in 13 years, I'm gonna repent some stuff.
But here's
I'm
the
going
thing.
about it wrong.
If I fix his plate, I fix his plate. But he won't get mad at me.
I get it. I
Right.
get it.
You
I
see
get
what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's not about me fixing his plate. It don't make me a good
Yeah.
because
I like
it don't make me a good wife because I know how to divorce.
So what makes you a good wife? Let's talk about that.
What makes me a good wife is that when my husband, I mean, we are biblical people, so I can't help but to be biblical.
Right.
What makes me a good wife, I pray for my husband in his sleep to
Mhm.
make sure that God covers him. And what makes me a good wife is when my husband cannot make the connection on bills that I go in my bank account and make sure we taken care of.
Mhm.
What make me a good wife is that I listen to my husband. What make me a good wife is that my head don't hurt every night. I make sure that he is sexually tired so no one else will make him tired.
That's why I was. That's why I needed. I needed that one right there.
Say that one more time. You make sure what?
I make sure that he is sexually tired.
Yeah.
But that's just real.
Right. Right.
Well, what about when you get tired?
But when I get tired, I mean, ain't nothing.
You just let them
wrong with
fun.
my hand, ain't nothing wrong with toys, ain't nothing wrong with my mouth.
Hey,
Hold on. What you say? Ain't no wrong with what?
ain't nothing wrong with that mouth.
With that mouth. Ain't no wrong with that mouth.
And she said the hand. She
Fuck
said,
the hand, that mouth. Okay. Look at these dummies. Look at these dummies. Good Lord. On the podcast with some freaks. Lord have mercy.
"Oh, that's all right."
Oftentimes, we
Mhm.
you see what I'm saying? Because it is your spouse, and I would say spouse, if your husband, if he working all day, if he working 12 hours a day, and
Mhm.
you're not doing nothing,
Mhm.
to me, when he come home, at least have something for him. That's not you being submissive. That's you taking care of your man.
Right.
Well, what about him though?
But, okay, so let's flip it.
Mhm.
It has been times when I've been sick and I couldn't get out of bed, and my husband took care of everything. Because guess what? We do things together.
Mhm.
And so I travel a lot for my job.
Mhm.
And it's just me. It might not work for everybody. Okay. On Sundays, I know that I travel Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. What Chantrice do? I will say this again. I don't care, y'all eat me up in comments like Mr. Cruz ain't going nowhere.
Oh boy.
And for the female who said the number one husband, baby, he got a number one wife, so don't even talk to her. So anyway, I had to put that in because you put it in the comments.
And that ain't even shade.
So I cook enough food for my husband and my mother-in-law because she lives with us now for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Because when my husband come home, he would not have to worry about what he and his mother is. Even if his mother was not there, I still provided food.
Mhm.
That's my love language, to make sure that my husband is taken care of at all ends.
Right.
I make sure. Now, being a domestic, and what I meant by that D level is that if a woman don't clean her house before she's married, she's not going to clean her house after she gets married.
That's word.
You see what I'm saying? And oftentimes, men just look at the outer glass and not actually get to know the woman who she really is.
Women too.
And women too. If he don't know how to fold clothes and separate clothes, they have baskets that have color, light, and white. You see what I'm saying? It's a teachable moment. It's like, hey, baby, come help me do this together. You know, or baby, you know, won't you chop this up? Or baby, can you?
So you're not saying that's a deal breaker. You saying help, teach your spouse.
Because he might not been taught that. He might be his mother or his mother might did everything for him. So he might not know how to separate clothes.
So let me say this,
Because
ladies.
I'm gonna tell you.
Ladies that's listening, because I'm one of them. That's not a deal breaker. We'll call each other and be like, girl, I can't do it. This nigga can't even separate clothes. This ain't it. You one of them. This is not gonna. So what she's saying is,
but I can separate clothes. I can also cook. I was on the middle of the house. And my grandmother used to put me along paper bills on Sunday morning. I need my church. You gotta do it because you have to wait on woman to do it.
So you telling me Mama Hughes just told us to do some shit that she ain't doing? That she ain't doing.
Give me an example.
No, I'm just giving you an example.
So she had. So this.
Wait, I do everything. What you mean?
Brittany being messy. Brittany being messy.
You know what she rubbing it?
Uh-oh.
She said too close.
Brittany being messy.
No. Miss Hughes does this, sweetheart.
No. I'm just saying. I tapped his leg. I was playing.
No. We do have different, women. I'm playing. My mom and my sister, she's a little bit worse. But Shannon. But what I mean is that we might be a little different, but I don't get upset about that. You have to adjust what it is. And so, D-level, to answer your question, it all depends on the relationship and depends on the person. For me, I don't see nothing wrong with cooking and cleaning for my man. However, my man would do the same thing for me,
right?
If needed.
So 100%,
100%. Because if you only giving 50 and he only giving 50, who is giving you that other 50?
The guys you supposed to leave again after the year.
And Miss, what it say? Big wet titties and wet.
Let's do it all.
Oh, that's good. I have to check Mr. Hughes' phone.
No,
you might be all of them. You might be wet, big booty.
All of them.
Yeah. Okay. Damn.
So when I used to work late at night, I used to I need to call my girlfriend. And then this, she's your man.
So she all of them.
Is there anything that you guys want to share with our listeners? I really, really appreciate you guys being open and honest and opening up, your marriage and your experience for our listeners. There are a lot of people that are single, that are trying to maybe dating. And so we wanted to take a break from our messy conversations that we have every week. We have a lot of messy topics. But Brittany and I also wanted to show someone who has figured it out, who is getting along, and who is doing the work of God and putting your husband and your wife first, regardless to how the family thinks about it, regardless to how the children think about it. You guys are the example of Black love. And so I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being an example for everybody. I think, people on our viewership hope to get to where you two are.
13 years. That's pretty dope.
I want to say that a good woman is that one blanket in the world should be. A good woman is that hot sauce in the chicken blanket. A good woman is the sugar in that lemon, in that lemonade.
I just got chills.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a good woman is. That's what I have. And like I tell people, I speak louder than words. And I think when we were dating, my truck was down. My transmission went out of my truck, and she's taking me to work to Wrightsville every day. And it was that week when I got moved from another position to working on shift. And that weekend was weekend from hell for work. I mean, it was me and the inmate walking around with keys, everything broke down. That Saturday morning, kept on bringing on up to Sunday afternoon. She picked me up, and she had some sacks in the car. You know, when to go shopping, I was told by my grandmother not to complain about women shopping, so I didn't complain about it. So she went in, we made it to the house. I took the bags, put them on the bed, she went to the restroom, and that was that day I contemplated life. I mean, my feet were hurting so bad. Man, if I went to college 2 years, man, I'll probably do something else. I mean, I had it was just one of the rough days for her. And she came in the room and she said, "You like your clothes?" And look, I said, "My clothes." I had two, but see, my man, I said, I'm really not really good. And I didn't get that in the first man. And this time I'm just dating. I thought, man, you know what I'm saying? She's doing something for me where I need to ask her.
And then you had a bad day that day.
Y'all had a rough day, had a rough day. I mean, it was just rough. And that kind of, and stuff like that kind of say that this is the type of person that she is. She's not only thinking about herself, she's thinking about me. And that's what marriage is about. What can you do for somebody? And I saw something on Facebook. They said a lot of women are looking for that 100%. That man took care of that. But then, and then one of my friends were talking. If you're in a relationship where a man is doing everything, what happens if something happens to him?
Yes.
What if he be the same? If he comes in and say, "Hey, that BMW driver, he got to turn into an actor. We're gonna move to mom's house for about 6 months, and I gotta get myself out of my feet. Are you gonna be there or you don't want me?"
Yeah.
What is the marriage based on?
And are you going to be able to be there?
You know,
Yeah.
just like who was it? King stand the rain. He stand the storm.
Yes.
He stand the rough times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to a point where I didn't work for once a year because she held it down. And there was one point, I never forget, she's on the way to a girl trip that she already paid for. I was in a position where I didn't think I was able to go back to work. And I was talking about selling my truck to make sure I had cash in the house. She flipped on me. You act like you don't have a wife. I got you. And then that particular day, and that particular week, I had friends to show up with money in my pocket, help me with my son when he was playing football, help me get supplies to school. God worked it out for me. God worked it out for us. And that's the one thing you have to pray about. And the one thing for a marriage to stand on, you have to pray. You have to communicate. And she's prayed for me when I've lost faith. When I was going through it. And the same thing with her when we lost Kawan, I was it was hard for me to stand up for her because I still had kids and she lost her only child. How do I bounce back for that? How do I bounce that? And there's a whole lot because at some point, sometimes I don't think I'm worthy enough to have her because she is so good. And I tell her, don't let other people's actions distract you. Keep on what attracted me to you. Be that one who prays for me. Be that one, and I tell her it's all about spiritual growth. Not everybody's going to be on the same level with you. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose people. Going to fall out because you're on another different path. And it's like I say, and for marriage to work, communication and prayer. That's all I got. Now, like I say, we have ups and downs. I'm not the perfect. To me, I'm not perfect. You know, it's something that me being only child. She said I have the only child syndrome. Sometimes I do. You know, I'm only child by my mom, but with dad, I do have my sisters and my brothers. But sometimes I do slip. I'll get in TikTok and go there, rabbit hole, probably come out from another 35 hours. She says about that, so we have to be safe. Now
sometimes you do need space.
Yeah. So when we do go out, we put the phones down. Let's conversate because at the end of the day, like I said, when the dismissal goes, when the kids are gone. When the kids are going to grow old, you grow your wife, your husband. And then when it's gone, when I leave behind, what do I leave behind? Do I leave behind love, understanding? Did I do that? Did I do everything that I'm supposed to do as a man, as a husband, as a father? That's the most important thing. And to have somebody share life with, it's a thing. It's something to have.
Mm.
That alone, that you don't want to die alone. You want to be where it's just the passport, the funeral card, and that's it.
Hmm.
You want that. You want that happy. You have to live life to the fullest. And you find someone. And these days that is hard because we're not. And like I told you, when we first got a question, I said a lot of people have the word marriage. They don't have the definition of marriage. All you know is I'm married. There's a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a status, it's not a way of life. Hey, it is something serious that both of you have to be part of. And understand, forget the numbers. Forget 50-50. It's together.
Yes.
100% both ways.
Good. Well, thank you. Like I said, that's enough to end the deal right there. Thank you guys, as I said, for being an example of Black love. Q, you got a couple of more comments before we wrap this thing up. You got anything we need to get on before we get out of here? Somebody ask a question, or is there anything you want to?
Giving you all your props. The wonderful always say that Ray is a good guy. That's my classmate.
Okay.
Your family out your business. That's why they ask single and toxic. Catherine Yvette Hughes said, "Love my brother and sister-in-law." Shannon Hall said, "He loves my sister hard, and we love him for loving her the way he does." And she also said he would have got checked if he had made one wrong move. I'm the little big sis, and with big step behind her, so he good.
Don't play.
TJ said, "I just think people really need to create boundaries with family and be mindful of conversations outside of the home. A lot of people go to their family members and expect those same people to separate and compartmentalize their feelings when things don't change. Keep your business behind closed doors." Okay. Marcella said, "A parent can see way before others, and a man should never disrespect his mom. That nastiness is real." I guess it's an earlier conversation.
Yeah, when it said sometimes you got to say fuck it. Yeah, fuck it.
You would remember that part.
Fuck it.
Both of them.
Fuck it.
Let's see what else. Marcella said, "But what they do see is what matters, and no, they can't choose for you, but they just want to share their wisdom with you. When I see a man disrespecting his mom, it's definitely a turn off because he won't respect you as well."
Mm-hmm.
Your sister said, "What that mouth do?" Last
What she was saying, what the mouth do. Yeah.
Yeah, that was earlier. I swear.
Yeah, it was much earlier. Much earlier.
She was about to go off.
Yeah.
No.
Who else I need to read? They were praising you. Come on, bro. Good job. Michelle Blue said, "Definition of a true power couple." Got me in tears.
Emotional a little bit.
Sheila Davidfield Hill said, "Preach, and at the end of the day, it's prayer and communication."
Well, yeah, like I said, you guys have been together 13 years. May God bless you to do another 13 eternity. I think you were perfect for what we needed. As I said, you went through a lot of struggle, but you're finding a way to keep it together. And I think oftentimes couples quit too early. You know, I think that they can't go through anything. You know what I'm saying? I think that oftentimes they don't understand, for better, for worse, and to death do your part.
And the family, letting people in their business, main thing.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for letting us have a glimpse inside of your marriage, and more power to you. I understand that you have an organization that you do mental work.
I do. It's named after my son. I am a licensed coach, and I am a life coach. And it is for grief, whether it's about divorce, because divorce can also be grief as well. It's also losing a loved one, and it's called One Chief Life. And so I'm working on my LLC, but I am accepting clients.
How do they get in contact with you?
501-258-6148.
Say it again. Number again.
501-258-6148.
Are you on social media?
I am, just under my name, Shantrice Brandon Hughes.
Spell that name for me.
It's SHUNTRICE. Last name Brandon, BRANNON.
Okay.
and Hughes.
Okay. All right. And we, sorry, I've apologized. Your camera went out on us. So we were bouncing back and forth. They got to see how beautiful you guys were. But at some point in time, our camera went out. So I apologize for that. So here's the other thing that before we get out of here, Q, I had to say this, but I told you that my friend, Brittany is glowing. She's just been so happy the last and Q was left in the dark. No, Q was left in the dark. She didn't know that our friend was glowing. You didn't know that she was happy, and I'm telling you, it makes my job
She's always happy
easy.
around me. It's just
Bro, you don't know.
Thank you.
It's you.
I'm telling you, when somebody start getting them some, it just
We
I
love
don't know if you got
Oh,
none, but I'm just
no.
saying
She's selling
women
it.
are better happy when they're getting themselves some. All right?
You messy, Mr. Hughes.
No, but I'm saying, listen, Mr. Hughes, when your friend, when she stopped, my friend is all right. Yeah, I shout out.
It's your fault.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Go. Okay. Okay. Mr. Hughes said they really not. They spoiled.
They are spoiled.
Yeah.
It's a reason why they spoiled, because they are mine, and I don't mind spoiling them.
Mhm.
But they have their own clothing line that.
What's the name of it?
So here's my grandmother. I don't have to, because my daughter-in-law said it, and is in favorite. She got it in the comments. Kanisha, yeah. Please support my grandchildren. They're doing some awesome things, and my grandson is a carbon copy of my son.
Okay.
And I just wanted to shout that out.
Okay.
Please, I'm sorry.
So y'all make sure y'all support the grandbabies. All right, they got their own clothing line. So y'all look in the comment
Thank you
and
for having us.
yes, thank y'all for coming. All right, so we have one sponsorship. Ending the show, we want to talk about sponsorship, right? We have one sponsorship left. As I told you, we're streaming really, really a lot. Over 3 million streams, 2.9 million streams, and over 70-something thousand people that listen to us each week. If you got product that you want us to endorse, I promise you, it's very inexpensive. It is not a lot of money to advertise on our podcast. Inbox myself or inbox Brittany Arnold, or send an email to Brittany.
Unpacking the Baggage Podcast, LR@gmail.com. And make sure you guys are hitting up the Unpacking the Baggage Facebook page. You can also inbox us there.
Yeah. Okay. And so my number one sponsorship is Boone Hands Beauty Bar and Suites, located at 3700 South University. If you want a suite, all right, if you are a beautician, a barber, nail tech, masseuse, if you do facials and you're looking for a place to practice your craft, I promise you this salon on University is top notch. It's sophisticated. It has a keyless entry code to get in where you can work as often or as less as you want to. Holler at my girl Angel at 501-612-1239, 501-612-1239.
Okay, and then you guys need to check out Dirty Laundry with 3 R's. The company can be found on TikTok as well as Facebook by typing in Dirty with 3 R's. So that is the company who done our Unpacking the Baggage logo up there in the left-hand corner. They specialize in graphic T-shirts, hoodies. What else? They do pins, anything that you want, really. Coffee mugs, it don't matter. So hit that company up for you graphic tees or logos.
Home Solutions. How many of us are needing junk removed from your business or residential? This includes furniture, yard waste, or construction waste. Check out their website, linked in the comments, or call 501-960-5763.
Okay, now our presenting sponsor.
Jeremy Bland is a proud sponsor of the Unpacking the Baggage podcast. If you're in a wreck and you need a check, call attorney Jeremy Bland at 501-912-00.
Okay, that's our presenting sponsor. Now we can't leave without doing our jingle. All right. This is the guy that cuts the check. He's our presenting sponsor. I'm telling you, he's putting his money into our community. He is supplying the financial means for this podcast, and I'm talking about no other than attorney Jeremy Bland. If you're in a wreck and you need a check, call Jeremy Bland at 501-912-0050.
If you have
And you need a check, call Jeremy Bland at 912-0050. Listen, hit my guy up. If you're in a wreck, I promise you this guy has collected millions, when I say millions of dollars, for our people in the Black and brown community. Call him because he's good. All right. His name is Attorney Jeremy Bland, 501-912-0050. Okay. Hey, listen, thank you again to the Hugheses for coming on and letting us in your business. I promise you, I wasn't trying to be messy. I just wanted to.
Holding hands.
Yeah,
y'all.
yes.
You just want to get understanding.
Listen. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help our viewers. Listen, Q and Brittany always tell me I'm messy, but I'm gonna ask the questions that our viewers want to know. And that's okay. All right. Now invite me over the house for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
Me too now.
Invite me over
I
there.
know you do.
Yeah, we'll let Q come too.
Come to our May celebration. You know, we celebrate
And listen, invite Brittany and her new boo. Brittany got a boo. No, I said you come.
You didn't ask if I got a boo.
Q. You ain't got no damn boo.
Do you got a boo?
Hell no. You ain't got no damn boo.
Girl.
But Brittany got a boo.
Brittany got a boo. My boo got a boo.
And I want y'all to look through the comments because you listen every.
You better not
Sunday.
comment.
I ain't gonna say that.
I'm talking to him.
Listen, just look down there and y'all see the one person that might be liking all her comments.
No.
It's you.
Try to
You're
figure it out.
You will never figure it out.
Yes.
Brittany is glowing. Brittany is glowing. That's my buddy. My friend got a boo. Look at it. She can't look at her, Q. She blushing and shit. Look at
I
Red.
love it.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna end this episode before Brittany started crying and shit because she got a boo. Listen, every Sunday, thank you guys for tuning in to us every week. We appreciate you can be doing anything with your Sunday evenings and you're spending them with us. Thank you. Until next Sunday, y'all got anything else y'all want to say before we go, Q?
You need to stop lying to these people. I am not dealing with them.
And I did meet somebody.
You do? You got somebody, Q?
I don't got nobody, but I met somebody.
Well, okay.
You happy about it? You glowing? You like it?
I'm going.
Okay. I'm praying for the
Look,
guy.
Unique Snow said you found somebody in Little Rock that's decent. Wow.
Who said that?
Unique
She's
Snow.
so funny.
Snow. He got somebody. He's a good dude too. I promise you. He's a good dude. I promise you.
You
He
say
is a
that
good-
about you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how I say he's a good dude. Because I introduced him.
Oh no.
Did I, Britt?
Run.
Britt, did I?
Run, friend.
Come on, Britt. Give me my. Hey, don't let her throw your friend on the bus, Britt.
No,
Okay,
you
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
I don't know.
QB, don't let him.
Look, I didn't hear what you
She
said.
talking about no. I did not introduce y'all.
You did, and he is a good dude. I'm scared.
You scared? You gotta be a nice guy.
He is. He really is. He really is. All right, so we didn't talk about it enough. Hey, see y'all next Sunday, same bad time, same bad channel.
Okay, so let's talk about this movie.
Hold on.
I don't
I'm gonna get us out.
Oh, my from muted.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got none.
Okay.
Is it-
Everything is
Is that
muted.